What do you get when you combine 100 serpent heads, fiery eyes, and a grudge against the gods? Typhon, the ultimate boss battle of Greek mythology. Welcome to Mythic Lounge, where ancient legends come to life, and every story feels like an epic video game quest. Today we're talking about Typhon, the most terrifying creature in Greek mythology. This guy didn't just aim to destroy the gods, he almost succeeded. Think of him as the final boss Zeus had to face before locking down his status as king of Olympus. Before we dive into the chaos, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our legendary breakdowns. Trust me, Typhon's story is one you won't want to miss. All right, let's get one thing straight. Typhon wasn't your run-of-the-mill monster. He was the monster, a living nightmare designed to take down the entire Olympian order. Typhon was the son of Gaia, Earth, and Tartarus, the deep abyss of the underworld. When you've got parents like that, you're bound to be a little intense. Physically, Typhon was a walking horror show. Imagine a creature so massive that his head touched the stars. Now give him 100 snake heads sprouting from his shoulders, each one spewing fire and venom. His eyes blazed like molten lava, and his voice? It was said to sound like a mix of roaring lions, hissing serpents, and a chorus of screaming mortals. Oh, and did I mention his lower body was made entirely of coiled vipers? Yeah, this guy didn't need a scary filter. He was the filter. So why did Gaia decide to unleash Typhon on the gods? Well, it's a classic tale of revenge. After the Olympians defeated the Titans in the Titanomachy, Zeus imprisoned Gaia's children, the Titans, in Tartarus. Gaia wasn't thrilled about this. Imagine your favorite kids getting locked up by your least favorite kid. Not a good look, right? In retaliation, Gaia decided to create a monster so powerful that it could dethrone Zeus and free the Titans. Enter Typhon, the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. Now let's talk about Typhon's epic battle with the Olympians, because this is where things get wild. When Typhon first appeared, the gods were absolutely terrified. According to some versions of the myth, they didn't even try to fight him at first. They straight up ran away. And where did they go? Egypt. But here's the funny part. They transformed into animals to hide from Typhon. Zeus became a ram, Apollo turned into a crow, and Hermes became an ibis. Imagine the king of the gods hiding as a fluffy sheep. But Zeus wasn't about to let Typhon destroy everything he'd built. After a little pep talk, and probably some major ego boosting, Zeus returned to face Typhon head-on. The battle that followed was nothing short of apocalyptic. Picture this: lightning bolts clashing against streams of fire, mountains crumbling, the earth shaking. It was like the finale of every disaster movie rolled into one. Zeus hurled his thunderbolts, while Typhon retaliated with fiery breath and venomous strikes. At one point, Typhon managed to overpower Zeus. He ripped out Zeus's tendons, yes, his tendons, and hid them in a cave guarded by a dragon. Without his tendons, Zeus was basically out of commission, like a demigod-sized noodle. But don't count Zeus out just yet. Thanks to the cleverness of Hermes and Egipan, a goat-like deity, Zeus's tendons were stolen back, and he was restored to full strength. Cue the comeback. In the final showdown, Zeus unleashed his full fury. He hurled lightning bolt after lightning bolt, eventually trapping Typhon beneath Mount Etna in Sicily. To this day, the Greeks believed that Typhon's fiery breath is what causes the volcanic eruptions there. Talk about leaving a mark. With Typhon defeated, Zeus solidified his rule over the cosmos. But Typhon's legacy didn't end there. His terrifying presence lingered in Greek culture as a symbol of chaos and destruction. Even though he was buried under Mount Etna, people believed that his fiery rage could still be felt through earthquakes and eruptions. Typhon also left behind some interesting offspring. Ever heard of the Hydra, Cerberus, or the Chimera? Yep, those nightmarish creatures were all Typhon's kids, born from his union with Echidna, the mother of monsters. This family reunion would have been a literal horror show. Now let's take a moment to appreciate how Typhon stacks up against modern monsters. Sure, we've got kaiju like Godzilla and King Ghidorah, but Typhon was the OG kaiju. Massive? Check. Destructive? Double check. Covered in snakes and spewing fire? Oh yeah. Honestly, if Typhon were around today, he'd give even the biggest movie monsters a run for their money. Hollywood, take notes. This guy needs his own cinematic universe. So what does Typhon represent? At his core, Typhon symbolizes pure, unrelenting chaos. He's the embodiment of nature's raw, destructive power. Think earthquakes, storms, and volcanic eruptions. But he's also a reminder that even the mightiest rulers face challenges. Typhon pushed Zeus to his limits, forcing him to prove his strength and leadership. In a way, Typhon represents the test we all face when trying to hold on to power or achieve greatness. Typhon may not be a household name like Zeus or Hercules, but he's made plenty of appearances in modern pop culture. From video games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Hades to TV shows and comics, Typhon's monstrous legacy continues to inspire creators. In some stories, he's portrayed as a tragic figure, a misunderstood monster who's just trying to reclaim what was taken from his family. In others, he's the ultimate villain, a force of destruction that must be stopped at all costs. Either way, Typhon's impact on mythology and storytelling is undeniable. So why should we care about Typhon today? Because his story is a reminder of the eternal struggle between order and chaos. No matter how powerful you are, there's always a Typhon waiting to challenge you. It's about rising to the occasion, facing your fears, and proving your worth, even if it means going head-to-head with a hundred-headed monster. Plus, let's be honest, Typhon's story is just plain cool. Who doesn't love an epic battle between gods and monsters? And that's the legend of Typhon, the ultimate monster who almost took down the king of the gods. From his terrifying looks to his earth-shaking battle with Zeus, Typhon remains one of the most iconic figures in Greek mythology. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Typhon deserved a shot at ruling the cosmos, or was Zeus right to lock him under Mount Etna? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this mythic deep dive, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Mythic Lounge, and ring that bell so you never miss another legendary tale. See you in the next one.